What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware m18 with a 7900m gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're going to try ourselves some Until Dawn. Somebody wanted me to try it out on the G15 Advantage, so I decided, well, I'm just going to try it out on everything. So now we've made it to this. So I don't know how it's going to run. AMD usually isn't that great with ray tracing and all that stuff, but we'll still try it out anyway. I mean, we did on the G15 Advantage, and we did on the small form factor PC. I didn't bother on like the Steam Deck or the Ally or anything like that. It was already having trouble just running the game as it was. So why don't we stop blabbing, and let's get into the game, and let's find out how it'll do on this thing.
All right, well, here we go. We have to use borderless, because if I don't, I couldn't get OBS to record, so sorry it's not on full screen like I usually have it, but that was the only way. Otherwise, there would have been only camera recorded gameplay, and I don't like doing that. It doesn't look as professional. But I'm glad I at least have that as a fallback if I absolutely have to, but not this time. Well, all right, here we go. We got ray tracing, everything. It's pretty much maxed out besides that stupid virtual shadows thing. And it actually did a really good job. There's probably not too many spots it would drop under 60. I'm sure there's still some, but I think it'd do a pretty damn good job even for someone like me, since we're only doing 1200p. It even does alright at 1440, to be perfectly honest. But hey, you guys will see once we get in past this little screen. But I like showing this screen off. A lot of people like seeing the beginning. So, I don't mind obliging. I might piss other people off, but like I always say, you can't make everyone happy. You'll drive yourself mad trying. So, I still try to make everyone happy, but I still understand. Some people aren't going to like what you do. Some people are going to think, why the hell did he put this stupid shit up here? Or, why the hell is he talking right now? I'd rather he shut the fuck up, you know? There could be a plethora of things. But I don't know, a lot of people like me talking, so I try to talk, and sometimes I try to stay quiet. Again, try to make both sides happy. Now see, isn't that crazy? We're getting like 80, 90 FPS even with ray tracing on. Still has its fair share of frame time skips, but that just seems to be the way the game is. At first I thought it was maybe Afterburner. Afterburner's little power, I believe, that the power for the GPU and CPU are what make the frame time skips in some games. But still, it's the only thing I've got that I can actually control the size of and make sure people could see. I'm sure I haven't gotten it perfect on every computer yet, but if you guys can't see, just let me know. I'm going to try to keep increasing the size of the frame rate counter until everyone can see. People on phones, tablets, what have you. Those seem to be the most troubled ones. And I could see that. I got to remember, just because I have crazy-ass eyes and can see it on my phone and tablet just fine, doesn't mean everybody can. And I have to turn it to 4K to do so. If I leave it just on whatever YouTube plays on default, it just looks too blurry to see anything. And not everybody has the data and the whatnot, or the freaking speed to go and just be like, yeah, I'm on my phone, I'll do 4K 60 FPS, sure. Anybody in a city, sure, but anybody out in the middle of nowhere, where 5G might not be that prevalent, I don't know, I don't think that would work too hot. 4K generally needs like around 20-25 megabytes per second speed to work halfway decently. And my shit's high bit rate and everything. I know YouTube butchers it a little, but it's still pretty high. I've noticed my videos usually look a little bit better than most, but it also takes a lot of time and effort to make them this crazy. Most people don't want to wait 20 hours for it to upload and this, that, and the other thing, because they're trying to make money and whatnot. Me, I don't care about any of that. I'm just here to have fun. Well, the deer's gone. See, still had one drop to 45 there, but isn't that crazy how, like, good the FPS is most of the time? It's right around that 80 to 90 FPS a lot of the time that I like. And almost every screen I have has VRR, so little tiny frame time skips and stuff don't really get picked up. But when you've got drops down to 45 or the other crazy stutters the game tends to do at certain intervals, you ain't hiding those. You're going to notice those no matter what. And it doesn't seem to matter how powerful your computer is. Even my high-end ones were crashing. Hell, I couldn't even get any data on my main PC. That thing was crash happy. The CPU's too degraded for Unreal Engine 5, I guess. I keep either getting a black screen, a video out of memory warning, or the whole computer will just restart. The first time I got right in, thought everything was fine, got the settings screen, and then went to get into the game. The screen turned off. I thought, oh, it must just be changing resolution or something. But then I saw my BIOS screen. I was like, oh no, it restarted my whole computer. That's new. So definitely can't wait to build my computers. Probably do that later today or maybe tomorrow. Probably today. Just got my GPU, so first I want to do an unboxing of that. But yeah, apparently I got it from Newegg. I could have sworn I ordered that from Amazon. But must have been Newegg. I was just sitting there trying to get one, so I'm just refreshing all pages. It showed up on one of them as add to cart without even getting or using one of those bot things this time. I'll just randomly click it. That's how I got my other 4090, my MSI Gaming Trio. I was just refreshing the Best Buy website, and bam, it popped up. So I was like, okay, cool. I even went and picked that one up, I believe. Or no, that was my 3090 I picked up. The other one I think I had shipped still, but at least I got it. I really hope it's not a box full of rocks, though, because I think Newegg can have third-party sellers.
Come on, she deserves
But I was pretty sure I made sure it did not say by third-party seller.
She has a huge crush on me.
And they didn't pay $5,000 for it either,
Just looking
so
out for my girl M.
if they were reselling it, they wouldn't let it go for its actual price of $33.50 or whatever. All right. Again, had to do borderless because it wouldn't record otherwise, but we're going to go ahead and turn ray tracing off now just to see how it plays. Definitely does a lot better without it. AMD doesn't really like it, but hey, it was still very playable. I could have played with it on, but still, I think it's much better this way. But yeah, see, we got quite a big frame or FPS bump in certain spots now. We were only getting like 70, 80 FPS. Now we can get all the way up into the hundreds. So I don't know about you guys, but I would prefer the extra FPS. The ray tracing in the game looks all right, but it's not like night and day difference like in a lot of other games. Well, not a lot of other games, but some other games. There's still not that many games where I'm like, man, ray tracing makes such a big difference, I've got to have it on. But there's still some. This one's just not one of them. At least in my opinion. But I mean, I did play it on quite a few systems. And anytime I turned it on, it didn't really seem to make a humongous difference. At 4K, it made somewhat of a difference on my big OLED. But again, not enough to warrant the big FPS hit. But then again, if you use DLSS anyway, you might as well turn it on. So that's probably how I'd play. That's usually what ends up happening. I'm like, I don't really want ray tracing, but I still can't quite hit it. 60 plus 4K native. So we'll turn some DLSS on. I'm like, oh, holy shit. I just got like 40 extra FPS almost. Man, we can actually have ray tracing on now. Cool. So it's like, all right, might as well turn it on if I need to use upscaling anyway. There's something evil asunder.
Dad said it'd just be us this weekend. Josh.
Is there even anybody awake right now, or is she basically just talking to herself? To my knowledge, everyone's passed out drunk. Oh, well, though, we'll go outside and check it out. Oh, almost walked into a wall. For some reason, I think you just walk right from there to the door, but that's not what you do. You gotta go down the hallway first. You'd think I'd realize that by all the times I've freaking done this already, but hey, it is what it is. Man, we get way better frame times outside. That's so unnatural. I'm more used to it being the other way around when I do these game tests. Usually, you go outside, you might have some big frame time skips, the FPS drops heavily. But in this game, it's like, no. You go inside around all those other NPCs, and it's like, all right, nope. Now you're going to have wonky frame times and way lower FPS. At times. But then there were also times where it's getting 100 and something. So it's like, I don't know what the hell it's doing. This game's on crap. I can definitely see why it has the amount of negative reviews it's got. And who knows, it might be infinitely better right now than it was when all those reviews came out. Because I did buy this thing almost a month ago. Or at least it seems like that. I honestly don't know. It just feels like that. Oh, those guys are dead. That might happen a little bit later. We'll see. I have a sneaking suspicion. All right, back in the house we go. See, we still get like higher FPS inside, so that part's normal. But the frame times look worse than they did outside. So that's weird. Maybe that's from all the extra NPCs just in here sleeping. I don't know. Just a thought. I'm not a developer or programmer, so I have no idea why things are the way they are in games. All I can do is show you how the games run. That's my job.
Oh my god. What did our naive sister get herself into now?
Some really not cool shit that ends very tragically.
We can fight our desires, but when we start making fire, two hearts with accurate devotion. But what are feelings without emotion? We're going in for the kill. I'm doing it for a thrill. I'm hoping you'll understand. And you're going for it.
Alrighty, though. Why don't we go ahead and move on along?
Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay now.
Hannah!
Hey, it had stutters, but it stayed above 60, so that's cool.
Hannah?
No, there's some spots it still drops. But for the most part, it's staying above 60 even on Ultra. I bet if we put it down to high, it'd probably stay at 60 the whole time. And that's what a more reasonable person would do. But since this thing's pretty expensive, I figured we'd just test the extremes. Now when we do 1440p, we'll probably end up having to test that because I have a feeling it's not going to stay at 60 plus for ray tracing or ultra. I mean, if this didn't. It is Flamethrower Man. Seems as though I picked the right way this time.
Hello? Hannah! Oh my god, you must be freezing. Here, take my coat. I'm such an idiot. I'm so dumb. Hannah? Beth?
Well, that was definitely violent, wasn't it? Dr. A.J. Hill, eh?
Before we begin, there are a few things I need to make sure you understand. You see, no one can change what happened last week. The past is beyond our control. You have to accept this in order to move forward. But there is freedom in this revelation. Everything you do, every decision you make from now on will open doors to the future. I want you to remember this. I want you to remember this as you play your game. Every single choice will affect your fate and the fate of those around you. So, you have committed to commence with this game.
Oh,
This
you
is
know it.
significant. And I want to help you see it through.
I'm not sure I entirely believe you, but do go on, sir.
Sometimes these things can be a little scary, even terrifying, but I'm here to assure that no matter how upsetting things may get, you will always find a way to work through it. All right. We will start with a simple exercise. Could you please pick up a card? And I want you to look at the picture on the other side and tell me what you feel about it. It is essential to answer honestly in order to get the most out of this experience. So, how did that picture make you feel? Remember, be honest. Okay, honesty is good. But what do you think it is that makes you feel uneasy? If it is something you cannot see, then why does it make you feel uneasy? I mean, is there something in the house? And this thing in the house, is it alive? So, the source of your fear is elusive. I'm sorry we're out of time for now, but I want you to think hard about what's inside that house and what it is that makes you uneasy, and we can unwrap it together.
Alright, cool. This one didn't have any issues with this either. Certain computers were stuttering and terrible, and I was wondering if it was just the way the game was, but nope.
the Washington girls left the safety of their parents' lodge and headed out into a snowstorm.
Foul play.
Not officially, no. There is one individual we're considering as a person of interest, but his whereabouts are currently unknown. He has an interesting history with the Washington family. He had warned them against pursuing their construction project and claimed the land was sacred to his forefathers.
You know, there is still the old sanatorium on the mountain. Could he be hiding there?
My officers did search the grounds, but the girls themselves couldn't have made it that far.
Something about that mountain seems to breed tragic events.
More than you know, Barney.
Well, thank you for joining us, Aunt. With all the Washingtons tonight, their son Josh, on this, the anniversary of the mysterious disappearance of Hannah and Beth Washington.
Well, hello, friends and fans. All right, let's do that again. All right. Well, hello, friends and fans. It's beyond awesome to have you guys all back this year. First off, I gotta say, I'm super excited to welcome all my pals back to the annual Blackwood Winter Getaway. So, let me just let you know, let's take a moment to address the elephant in the room for a second. I know you're all probably worried about me, and I know it's gonna be tough on all of us going back after what happened last year, but I just want you all to know, it means so much to me that we're doing this, and that I know it would mean so much to Hannah and Beth that we're all still here together, and I'm thinking of them. I really want to spend some quality time with each and every one of you, and just share some moments that we'll never forget for the sake of my sisters, and, you know. Okay, so let's party like we're fucking porn stars, okay? Make this one trip we will never forget, alright? Yes!
Hello? Someone there? What? Aw. Hey, little fella. You hungry? Huh? Kitty.
Cool. Hello? Chris? Are you here? Matt's here. Not in the bag, are you? Hello. What do we have here?
Alright, we gotta snoop this time.
Aha! Look who it is.
Hey, Nosy.
Chris. You scared me.
I'm sorry. Are you my secretary?
I was buzzing.
Cool. Well, thanks for letting me know. I can take it from here. Oh, so I found something kind of amazing.
What?
I'm not going to tell you. You got to see for yourself. Come on, it's this way.
Where?
Right around here. It's going to blow your mind. Ta-da! Pretty rad, right?
Yeah.
Come on, look at these beauties.
Beauties is not the word that comes to mind. Why is this even here?
What do you mean?
What the hell is a shooting range doing at the base of a ski lodge?
Dude, have you ever met Josh's dad?
Yeah.
He thinks he's like Grizzly Adams or something. Wanna try?
No, you go ahead, Grizzly.
Alright, here goes.
Wow, nice shooting tips.
Alright, I'm bad. I'm a badass.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess it was a wild case of beginner's luck.
Nah, I don't think so, girl.
Well, anybody and their brother could shoot a bottle that big, that close. Nice shot.
Your ass just got sacked.
Hey, sharpshooter, our ride's coming.
Wait, I'm just getting the hang of this.
Come on, Chris, the cable car.
Nice. You think we'll get a visit from America's Most Wanted?
Looks like someone thought so.
Oh, come on. This place is abandoned most of the year. Nobody comes up here.
Yeah, that's weird. Door's locked.
Yeah. Josh wanted us to keep it locked. Go out.
He said that? What people?
I don't know. He said they found people sleeping in the station.
It's creepy.
Oh, he's got keys. I get it. I thought he just broke the door down. I'm like, oh, that's a useless slot.
The car was closer. I thought the car was closer.
Guess we gotta wait.
Alright though, I think that's probably good, so let's go wrap the video on up. Well alright guys, that's a wrap for Until Dawn at 1200p on the Alienware m18 with the 7900M, and seemed to do a pretty dang good job. Still had its stutters here and there, but it did a good job, even with ray tracing on. Though it's still, no matter what, was gonna drop under 60 unless we dropped to high. If you dropped it down to high, which is more reasonable, you'd probably stay above 60 like 99% of the time. But we already did stay above 60 a lot of the time anyway, so. There's just a couple spots where it dropped, so you can't say it stayed above the whole time and just stay at 60, so we don't lie on this channel. But in any case though, more than playable. So I'm kind of curious how it's going to do at 1440, but that's the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video though, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out guys.